So the Dallas Cowboys did it. They got a number 2 wide receiver, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much George Pickens will impact the 2025 NFL season. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas, and today we're happy. We're in a great mood because the Cowboys got their number 2 wide receiver, and that is George Pickens. We knew this was a long time in the making, kind of, because in the NFL draft, reports emerged that the Cowboys had engaged in discussions with an AFC North team for a veteran wide receiver, and all of us immediately thought, well, that has to be George Pickens, right? Well, turns out it probably was, because now the Cowboys have gotten Pickens, and they're getting him for a 3rd-round draft pick. And sure, a day 3 swap, a 6th and a 7th. I'm going to be honest with you. Who cares about that swap? This is essentially a trade where they're giving up a 3rd rounder, and that's what really matters. Costly trade? Maybe, specifically because George Pickens has 1 year left on his deal, and this might turn out to be a 1-year rental type of affair. However, I think it's a great move from the Cowboys, and here's why. I think the true impact the George Pickens acquisition makes ahead of the 2025 NFL season is as simple as this. The Cowboys are going from being a team that was likely going to hang around somewhere near the 500 mark to a team that I think is a playoff team. I think that's how big the George Pickens acquisition is. The Cowboys are not only addressing their overwhelming need at wide receiver, where you didn't really think they had a number 2 option to complement CeeDee Lamb with, but now they have one of the best duos in the entire NFL at the position. And I say that because you obviously have CeeDee Lamb, and we all know what CeeDee can do, but George Pickens is a monster when it comes to contested catches. He is a sneakily good route runner. I don't think he gets enough credit for that, but what I'm trying to say here is Pickens can win by himself, and that means 2 things. Number 1, defenses are going to have to account for him, and it's not going to be as easy to just focus all the efforts into slowing down CeeDee, but also you get somebody that he can win by himself. He can win by his own, and he has been doing it in Pittsburgh for a long time. Now, Pickens is not a complete wideout, and that was one of the biggest knocks on him when he was with the Steelers. The fact that he's a pretty good receiver, but is he ever going to crack into the elite tier of wideouts in the NFL? I didn't think so, but if he's going to be your number 2, then that's a dream scenario, in my opinion. Now, granted, there are issues to address, and I'm talking specifically about Pickens' behavior on and off the field. Not that he's in any legal trouble or anything like that, but he's feisty, and he will get into fights, and he has this locker room presence that sometimes can be pretty negative. But this is where the Brian Schottenheimer discourse comes in. And shout out to Butch Lombardi, who said it best on Twitter when he said, you build strong leadership so you can handle the divas when they come into the locker room. And the cherry on top, the 2025 NFL draft looks so much better. The free agency decisions and the trades they made, they look so much better. And I'll close with this thought. I believe this is the best situation CeeDee Lamb has been a part of, because I think that when they got Brandon Cooks, they had a little bit higher expectations for him than whatever he gave the Cowboys. And I'm not saying necessarily that was all on him, but I think he wasn't truly the number 2 the Cowboys wanted him to be when they acquired him via trade. This is the best situation that Pickens has been a part of. And finally, this is the best situation that Dak Prescott has been a part of in a while, because now he has 2 legit monsters at the wide receiver position. The offensive line could be better, sure, but the interior is looking pretty good. Jake Ferguson is going to be healthier in 2025 than he was last year. So things are looking good for the Cowboys offense, if I'm being real with you. Question marks at offensive line, at running back, sure, but this is an offense that you can get to the playoffs with. I'm not going to say this is the year for the Cowboys or anything like that, but this is a solid offense that can get you into the playoffs. Good on the Cowboys. We don't get to applaud them very often, but the Cowboys cooked here, and we should acknowledge it. Let me know how you grade the move over in the comments, because I give it an A.